Climate change, what is it? In the current-day lexicon of scientists, climate modification isn't really a term of use anymore. The reason for this is that we have come to understand that the effect of the changes we make to our environment will increase the temperature in many locations on the planet, but will also cool a few places. In light of this, the thing you know of as climate modification is actually referred to as global climate change. Overall, however, the world is definitely warming. We need a simple definition for climate change in relation to the warming of the planet, one that gets the gist without excluding the simplicities. The simplest and most accurate definition is that climate change is the effect greenhouse gases have on the Earth's climate. Greenhouse gases include but are not limited to carbon dioxide and methane. While this sounds like a simple definition, there are a couple of key things to realize. First, climate change is both a natural phenomena and one created by man. Put another way, greenhouse gases are a natural part of the biosphere and would exist if man did not. Indeed, they are a critical component to the existence of life on this planet. If greenhouse gases didn't exist, the temperature on planet Earth would average 0 degrees. Naturally occurring gases, however, keep the temperature at a much more livable 59 degrees. So, if climate change occurs naturally, what is the big panic about? The problem we are facing is the volume of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. These gases act as thermal blankets for the atmosphere. The more gas in the atmosphere, the thicker the blanket and the less heat escapes. Over the last 80 years, we have been pumping massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the sky. At the same time, we have been reducing forestation around the planet, the primary plant collection that sucks greenhouse gases out of the atmosphere. This double whammy is starting to show negative results, the increased heating of our world. The ultimate question with climate alteration is, what will happen as the planet heats up? We are already seeing signs with the retreat of the glaciers. Glacier National Park, for instance, is going to have to be renamed since it has already lost 65% of all of its glaciers. While the exact end result of these environmental changes is not clear, we can expect major climatic changes over the next 80 years. The ill effects of climate change. Nowadays we hear about climate change more often than before. Climate change is a global phenomenon, and the term climate change is indeed a straightforward expression for such a complex subject. In fact, it has more than we can comprehend from this phrase, and that is why it is quite essential to go at defining climate change in today's scenario. In the present glossary of researchers and scientists, climate modification as a term is no longer in use and effect. The reason behind this is that we have come to realize the effect of the changes we make to our environment will eventually increase the temperature in many parts of the world, but at the same time will also be decrease in temperature for few parts of the planet. This, however, creates a general imbalance in the climate of the world, which in turn leads us to the phrase, climate change. While wondering the effects of this phenomenon, the things you know of as climate modification is actually referred to as a global phenomenon of climate change. However, with all the details and statistics we have in hand at present, we can definitely conclude that the world is unquestionably warming, with the temperatures rising like never before. This is a global problem with many natural disasters started taking shape. The general awareness of this factor is really low. For the better understanding of the issues associated with this phenomenon, we require a simple definition in relation to the warming of the planet. And this definition needs to be the one that brings us the essence of this problem without compromising the simplicities. However, the easiest and most precise definition is that it is the effect greenhouse gases have on the Earth's overall climate. Greenhouse gases include carbon dioxide and methane, but are not limited to these two. While learning more about this issue, we need to understand a few important facts associated with it. The first fact is that it is both a natural phenomena and one catalyzed by us. For instance, greenhouse gases are a natural part of the biosphere and would exist if man did not. In fact, these gases are a vital component to the existence of life on this planet. It is due to the existence of the greenhouse gases The temperature on planet Earth does not average 0 degrees. These naturally occurring gases help to keep the temperature at a desirable 59 degrees. But, the climate change, which is due to the greenhouse gases, is not indeed natural. In fact, the problem we are facing is the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. These gases act as thermal blankets for the atmosphere. The more gas in the atmosphere, the thicker the blanket and the less heat escapes from Earth. In the last 80 years, we have been releasing these gases into our atmosphere and thus helping them to form a blanket. On the other hand, we are reducing forests around the planet, which are the natural plant collection that absorb greenhouse gases. This double whammy is starting to show negative results, the increased heating of our world, and thus the beginning of the dreaded climate change. Importance of climate change emergency preparations. The world is getting smaller every day because of the technological advancements of mankind. However, the same factors responsible for making human life and the human race better is also responsible for the degradation of the environment. Man has been exposed to a more comfortable life and he wants more. He may have everything he needs to live a better, and more comfortable life, but he is becoming greedy to the point of wanting more than what Mother Nature can afford. The environmental disasters that are reported in different countries almost every day should serve as a wake-up call to humanity, that perhaps, they should now be more considerate of the environment. Mother Nature may be generous, but she can also become angry and vindictive, when she has reached the saturation point. The strong typhoon, earthquake, soil erosion leading to the collapse of residential areas are just some of the common disasters that are actually caused by men. Illegal logging, the throwing of industrial wastes in the rivers, increased use of non-biodegradable materials, are only among the few sins mankind has committed against nature. Evidence will point out to the fact that environmental retribution will most likely behold mankind soon, and he should be prepared for a major disaster brought about by climate change anytime, now or in the future. The issue on the greenhouse effect is not just propaganda in order for environmentalist groups to earn their funding requirement. Global warming is upon us, and this can be gleaned from the major environmental changes like too much heat, too much cold, and other phenomenon that mankind is faced with. But no matter what mankind does now, he can ever revert global warming, he can only delay it. What is important is mankind knows the possible effects of climate change, and what can be done to alleviate the negative effects. Climate change can lead to emergencies, like the increasing level of the seawater, forest fires and other manifestations. When this happens, the scientists and world leaders should have an emergency program that they can implement to make sure that lives are not lost, and properties are not wasted. The first thing to do is to launch a massive information campaign to make the whole world aware of what is happening in the environment, as a result of climate change. People should know what to expect in terms of the possible environmental disasters, as well as the possible diseases that may be caused by climate change. The best emergency preparation kit for people all over the world is knowledge. Knowledge on what is about to befall them once the effects of climate change becomes manifest in our environment would help societies lessen the brunt of the anger of Mother Nature. Every country should prepare for any emergency brought about by climate change. Even the first world countries, that have all the technology would have a hard time facing this disaster. How much more the third world countries, that are not even past the problem of providing food resources for their citizens. Every household should be taught how to prepare for climate change emergencies. They should no longer rely on their governments to see them through the effects of climate change, because once that happens, there may be a possibility that even government will become debilitated to act.
That's it. You have learned all of the articles. Now, you can move on to the vocabulary.
Climate change. Climate change. Climate change means used to refer to changes in the Earth's global climate or regional climates. It describes changes in the variability or average state of the atmosphere, or average weather over any time scale from decades to millions of years. Nowadays we hear about climate change more often than before. Phenomenon. P H E N O M E N O N. Phenomenon. Phenomenon means any state or process known through the senses rather than by intuition or reasoning. Climate change is a global phenomenon. Scenario. S C E N A R I O. Scenario. Scenario means a postulated sequence of possible events. Planners developed several scenarios in case of an attack. Decrease. D E C R E A S E. Decrease. Decrease means decrease in size, extent, or range. The amount of homework decreased towards the end of the semester. Planet. P L A N E T. Planet. Planet means any of the 9 large celestial bodies in the solar system that revolve around the sun and shine by reflected light. The Earth is a planet. Is there life on other planets? Imbalance. I M B A L A N C E. Imbalance. Imbalance means a lack of balance or state of disequilibrium. A hormonal imbalance. Statistics. S T A T I S T I C S. Statistics. Statistics means a branch of applied mathematics concerned with the collection and interpretation of quantitative data and the use of probability theory to estimate population parameters. Mathematical statistics is the application of mathematics to statistics. Unquestionably. U N Q U E S T I O N A B L Y. Unquestionably. Unquestionably means without question. Fred Winter is unquestionably the jockey to follow. Problem. P R O B L E M. Problem. Problem means a state of difficulty that needs to be resolved. She and her husband are having problems. Natural disaster. Natural disaster. Natural disaster means a catastrophe that occurs when a hazardous physical event, such as a volcanic eruption, earthquake, landslide, hurricane, or any of the other natural phenomena, precipitates extensive damage to property, a large number of casualties, or both. We overcame the natural disaster and got in a bumper harvest. Take shape. Take shape. Take shape means develop into a distinctive entity. Our plans began to take shape. Awareness. A W A R E N E S S. Awareness. Awareness means having knowledge of. He had no awareness of his mistakes. Essence. E S S E N C E. Essence. Essence means the choicest or most essential or most vital part of some idea or experience. The essence of the prosecutor's argument. Compromising. C O M P R O M I S I N G. Compromising. Compromising means making or willing to make concessions. Loneliness tore through him whenever he thought of even the compromising Louis Dutillet. Simplicity. S I M P L I C I T Y. Simplicity. Simplicity means the quality of being simple or uncompounded. The simplicity of a crystal. Phenomena. P H E N O M E N Phenomena. Phenomena means is the plural of phenomenon. Climate change is both a natural phenomena, and one created by man. Catalyze. C. A. T. A. L. Y. Z. E. Catalyze. Catalyze means change by catalysis or cause to catalyze. Any of the enzymes that catalyze biological oxidation. Natural. N. A. T. U. R. A. L. Natural. Natural means in accordance with nature, relating to or concerning nature. Our natural environment. Biosphere. B. I. O. S. P. H. E. R. E. Biosphere. Biosphere means the regions of the surface and atmosphere of the Earth, or other planet where living organisms exist. This biosphere is generally thought to have evolved beginning, through a process of biogenesis or biopoiesis, at least some 3.5 billion years ago. Component. C. O. M. P. O. N. E. N. T. Component. Component means an abstract part of something. Two components of a musical composition are melody and harmony. Existence. E. X. I. S. T. E. N. C. E. Existence. Existence means the state or fact of existing. Laws in existence for centuries. Thermal. T. H. E. R. M. A. L. Thermal. Thermal means relating to or associated with heat. Thermal movements of molecules. Blanket. B. L. A. N. K. E. T. Blanket. Blanket means anything that covers. There was a blanket of snow. Thick. T. H. I. C. K. Thick. Thick means not thin, of a specific thickness or of relatively great extent from one surface to the opposite, usually in the smallest of the three solid dimensions. Spread a thick layer of butter. Escape. E. S. C. A. P. E. Escape. Escape means the act of escaping physically. The canary escaped from its cage. Whammy. W. H. A. M. M. Y. Whammy. Whammy means a serious or devastating setback. Yesterday was a real double whammy. Dreaded. D. R. E. A. D. E. D. Dreaded. Dreaded means causing fear or dread or terror. The dreaded war. Technological. T. E. C. H. N. O. L. O. G. I. C. A. L. Technological. Technological means based in scientific and industrial progress. A technological civilization. Advancement. A. D. V. A. N. C. E. M. E. N. T. Advancement. Advancement means gradual improvement or growth or development. Great advancement in the arts. Mankind. M. A. N. K. I. N. D. Mankind. Mankind means all of the living human inhabitants of the earth. She always used humankind because mankind seemed to slight the women. Responsible. R. E. S. P. O. N. S. I. B. L. E. Responsible. Responsible means worthy of or requiring responsibility or trust, or held accountable. The captain is responsible for the ship's safety. Degradation. D E G R A D A T I O N. Degradation. Degradation means changing to a lower state. Degradation is accelerated following leaf detachment. Expose. E X P O S E. Expose. Expose means expose or make accessible to some action or influence. Expose your students to art. Greedy. G R E E D Y. Greedy. Greedy means immoderately desirous of acquiring. Greedy for money and power. Mother Nature. Mother Nature. Mother Nature is a mythical personification of nature. Mother Nature makes us grow stronger. Afford. A F F O R D. Afford. Afford means be able to spare or give up. I can't afford to spend 2 hours with this person. Environmental disaster. Environmental disaster. Environmental disaster is a disaster that may be due to a natural event or due to human activity. The possible environmental disasters as well as the possible diseases that may be caused by climate change. Humanity. H U M A N I T Y. Humanity. Humanity means all of the living human inhabitants of the earth. Crimes against humanity. Saturation point. Saturation point. Saturation point means the stage at which a substance will receive no more of another substance in solution or in a vapor. Saturation point of carbon dioxide. Typhoon. T Y P H O O N. Typhoon. Typhoon means a tropical cyclone occurring in the western Pacific or Indian Oceans. A very violent tropical storm. A tropical typhoon is a type of low-pressure system. Earthquake. E A R T H Q U A K E. Earthquake. Earthquake means shaking and vibration at the surface of the earth, resulting from underground movement along the fault plane from volcanic activity. The city is in an earthquake zone. Soil erosion. Soil erosion. Soil erosion means the washing away of soil by the flow of water. The total soil erosion area in the whole country is 3 hectares. Collapse. C O L L A P S E. Collapse. Collapse means breakdown, literally or metaphorically. The roof finally collapsed under the weight of the ice. Residential area. Residential area. Residential area means a district where people live, occupied primarily by private residences. This is an exclusive residential area. Industrial waste. Industrial waste. Industrial waste means a waste caused by industrial factories or mills. The problem began along with the outset of Industrial Revolution. Toxic waste and chemical waste are a kind of industrial waste. Non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable means not biodegradable, incapable of being decomposed by bacteria. Plastic materials are labeled as non-biodegradable. Material. M A T E R I A L. Material. Material means the tangible substance that goes into the makeup of a physical object. Coal is a hard black material. Sin. S I N. Sin. Sin means violent and excited activity. They began to fight like sin. Against. A G A I N S T. Against. Against means harmed, threatened, or given a disadvantage. Violence against elderly people. Retribution. R E T R I B U T I O N. Retribution. Retribution means the act of taking revenge, harming someone in retaliation for something harmful that they have done. The swiftness of divine retribution. Propaganda. P R O P A G A N D A. Propaganda. Propaganda means information that is spread for the purpose of promoting some cause. The spreading of political propaganda. Environmentalist. E N V I R O N M E N T A L I S T. Environmentalist. Environmentalist means someone who works to protect the environment from destruction or pollution. Environmentalist is a person or a group that supports any goal of the environmental movement. Revert. R E V E R T. Revert. Revert means go back to a previous state. We reverted to the old rules. Delay. D E L A Y. Delay. Delay means cause to be slowed down or delayed. Traffic was delayed by the bad weather. Alleviate. A L L E V I A T E. Alleviate. Alleviate means make easier. You can alleviate the process by sharing your knowledge. Emergency. E M E R G E N C Y. Emergency. Emergency means a sudden unforeseen crisis, usually involving danger, that requires immediate action. He never knew what to do in an emergency. Forest fire. Forest fire. Forest fire means an uncontrolled fire in a wooded area. The most common cause of forest fire varies throughout the world. Manifestation. Manifestation. Manifestation means a manifest indication of the existence or presence or nature of some person or thing. A manifestation of disease. Preparation. P R E P A R A T I O N. Preparation. Preparation means the activity of putting or setting in order in advance of some act or purpose. Preparations for the ceremony had begun. Befall. B E F A L L. Befall. Befall means become of, happen to. He promised that no harm would befall her. Manifest. M A N I F E S T. Manifest. Manifest means provide evidence for, stand as proof of, show by one's behavior, attitude, or external attributes. The buildings in Rome manifest a high level of architectural sophistication. Resource. R E S O U R C E. Resource. Resource means a source of aid or support that may be drawn upon when needed. The local library is a valuable resource. Debilitated. D E B I L I T A T E D. Debilitated. Debilitated means lacking strength or vigor. Patient is so debilitated. Lexicon. L E X I C O N. Lexicon. Lexicon means a language user's knowledge of words. A lexicon of geographical terms. Location. L O C A T I O Location. Location means a determination of the place where something is. He got a good location on the target. Gist. G-I-S-T. Gist. Gist means the central meaning or theme of a speech or literary work. The gist of an argument. Accurate. A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E. Accurate. Accurate means conforming exactly or almost exactly to fact, or to a standard, or performing with total accuracy. The accounting was accurate. Increase. I-N-C-R-E-A-S-E. Increase. Increase means become bigger or greater in amount. The amount of work increased. Cool. C-O-O-L. Cool. Cool means loose heat. The air cooled considerably after the thunderstorm. Livable. L-I-V-A-B-L-E. Livable. Livable means fit or suitable to live in or with. Livable conditions. Naturally. N-A-T-U-R-A-L-L-Y. Naturally. Naturally means according to nature, by natural means, without artificial help. Naturally grown flowers. Panic. P-A-N-I-C. Panic. Panic means sudden mass fear and anxiety over anticipated events. Panic in the stock market. Pumping. P-U-M-P-I-N-G. Pumping. Pumping means supply in great quantities. We have been pumping massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the sky. Forestation. F-O-R-E-S-T-A-T-I-O-N. Forestation. Forestation means dense growth of trees and forestal plants covering a large area. Take part in the afforestation activities. Alteration. A-L-T-E-R-A-T-I-O-N. Alteration. Alteration means an event that occurs when something passes from one state or phase to another. The alteration was intended to increase sales. Glacier National Park. Glacier National Park. Glacier National Park is a national park located in the U.S. state of Montana, on the Canada-United States border with the Canadian provinces of Alberta and British Columbia. Glacier National Park has almost all its original native plant and animal species. Major. M-A-J-O-R. Major. Major means of greater importance or stature or rank. A major artist. Climatic. C-L-I-M-A-T-I-C. Climatic. Climatic means of or relating to a climate. Climatic changes.
Introduction to Bluetooth. Bluetooth was designed to allow low-bandwidth wireless connections to become easy to use, so even those who are new to wireless can use them. Version 1.1 of Bluetooth describes a low-power, short-range wireless networking technology that uses radio waves to send data at rates up to 720 kilobits a second. The specification for Bluetooth provides for different classes of radio that allow transmission ranges of up to 100 meters by boosting the radio power. The technology of Bluetooth isn't limited to line-of-sight transmission, since it uses directional waves that are capable of transmitting through many obstructions. Bluetooth is an industry-standard communication of wireless, meaning that it enables the connection of other devices as well, such as cell phones, computers, digital cameras, and other types of electronic devices. The specification of Bluetooth defines a radio system, and a stack of protocol layers and profiles. The highest layer is the application layer, while the lowest layer is the radio. The wireless technology of Bluetooth is positioned to revolutionize the personal connectivity market by providing freedom from inconvenient fixed-type lines. The specification for Bluetooth eliminates the need for cables by providing a small form factor, low-cost wireless solution that will link computers, cell phones, and other electronics. Bluetooth also allows users to connect many ranges of devices quickly and easily, and expands communications capabilities as well. The size of the Bluetooth radio is amazing, as a Bluetooth radio can be built into one or two very small microchips, then integrated into any electronic device where wireless operations would be an advantage. Bluetooth also offers a robust link, which ensures that normal operating circumstances are not interrupted by interference from other signals that are operating in the same frequency band. Also known for its worldwide operation, Bluetooth radio operates in the 2.4 GHz frequency band, which is license-free and available to any type of radio system in the world. No matter where you are in the world, you count on Bluetooth to work. Security is also important. Offering advanced security mechanisms, Bluetooth ensures a high level of security. Therefore, authentication will prevent unauthorized access to important data and make it very difficult to listen in. Bluetooth also boasts power optimization. The radio is power-friendly and the software for Bluetooth is very configurable, limiting the power consumption of equipment. The radio itself only consumes a small amount of power from a cellular phone. How Bluetooth works. Bluetooth devices will normally operate at 2.4 GHz in the license-free, globally available ISM radio band. The advantage to this band includes worldwide availability and compatibility. A disadvantage to this, however, is that the devices must share this band with other RF emitters. This includes automobile security systems, other wireless devices, and other noise sources, such as microwaves. To overcome this challenge, Bluetooth employs a fast frequency hopping scheme, and therefore uses shorter packets than other standards within the ISM band. This scheme helps to make Bluetooth communication more robust and more secure. Frequency hopping. Frequency hopping is basically jumping from frequency to frequency within the ISM radio band. After a Bluetooth device sends or receives a packet, it and the device it's communicating with hop to another frequency before the next packet is sent. This scheme offers three advantages. 1. Allows Bluetooth devices to use the entirety of the available ISM band, while never transmitting from a fixed frequency for more than a short period of time. This helps ensure that Bluetooth conforms to the ISM restrictions on the transmission quantity per frequency. 2. Ensures that any interference won't last long. Any packet that doesn't arrive safely to its destination can be resent to the next frequency. 3. Provides a base level of security, as it's very hard for an eavesdropping device to predict which frequency the Bluetooth devices will use next. The connected devices, however, must agree upon the frequency they will use next. The specification in Bluetooth ensures this in two ways. First, it defines a master and slave type relationship between Bluetooth devices. Next, it specifies an algorithm that uses device-specific information when calculating the frequency hop sequences. A Bluetooth device that operates in master mode can communicate with up to 7 devices that are set in slave mode. To each of the slaves, the master Bluetooth device will send its own unique address, and the value of its own internal clock. The information sent is then used to calculate the frequency hop sequences. Because the master device and each of the slave devices use the same algorithm with the same initial input, the connected devices will always arrive together at the next frequency that they have agreed upon. As a replacement for cable technology, it's no wonder that Bluetooth devices are usually battery-powered, such as wireless mice and battery-powered cell phones. To conserve the power, most devices operate in low power. This helps to give Bluetooth devices a range of around 5 to 10 meters. This range is far enough for wireless communication, but close enough to avoid drawing too much power from the power source of the device.
That's it, you have learned all of the articles. Now, you can move on to the vocabulary.
Bandwidth. B A N D W I D T H. Bandwidth. Bandwidth means data transmission rate, the maximum amount of information that can be transmitted along a channel. Bandwidth wireless connections. Kilobit. K I L O B I T. Kilobit. Kilobit means a unit of information storage. A binary kilobit is equal to 128 bytes. Transmission. T R A N S M I S S I O N. Transmission. Transmission means the act of sending something. Data transmission. Boost. B O O S T. Boost. Boost means increase or raise. Boost the voltage in an electrical circuit. Obstruction. O B S T R U C T I O N. Obstruction. Obstruction means any structure that makes progress difficult. Transmitting through many obstructions. Protocol. P R O T O C O L. Protocol. Protocol means rules determining the format and transmission of data. Communications protocol. Eliminate. E L I M I N A T E. Eliminate. Eliminate means terminate or take out. Eliminate it from your diet. Link. L I N K. Link. Link means connect, fasten, or put together two or more pieces. Can you link the two loudspeakers? Range. R A N G E. Range. Range means the limits within which something can be effective. He was beyond the range of their fire. Microchip. M I C R O C H I P. Microchip. Microchip means electronic equipment consisting of a small crystal of a silicon semiconductor fabricated to carry out a number of electronic functions in an integrated circuit. The microchip industry. Integrated. I N T E G R A T E D. Integrated. Integrated means make into a whole or make part of a whole. She integrated his suggestions into her proposal. Robust. R O B U S T. Robust. Robust means physically strong. A robust man. Operating. O P E R A T I N G. Operating. Operating means involved in a kind of operation. The operating conditions of the oxidation bond. Interrupt. I N T E R R U P T. Interrupt. Interrupt means make a break in. We interrupt the program for the following messages. Signal. S I G N A L. Signal. Signal means any communication that encodes a message. Signals from the boat suddenly stopped. Mechanism. M E C H A N I S M. Mechanism. A mechanism of social control. Authentication. A U T H E N T I C A T I O N. Authentication. Authentication means validating the authenticity of something or someone. Authentication information should be held in a database on the corporate network. Unauthorized. U N A U T H O R I Z E D. Unauthorized. Unauthorized means without official authorization. Prevent unauthorized access to important data. Configurable. C O N F I G U R A B L E. Configurable. Configurable means capable of being configured, customizable, permitting rearrangement or adjustment. Bluetooth is very configurable. Consumption. C O N S U M P T I O N. Consumption. Consumption means the act of consuming something. The consumption of energy has increased steadily. Compatibility. C O M P A T I B I L I T Y. Compatibility. Compatibility means capability of existing or performing in harmonious or congenial combination. The advantage to this band includes worldwide availability and compatibility. Emitter. E M I T T E R. Emitter. Emitter means the electrode in a transistor where electrons originate. The devices must share this band with other RF emitters. Microwave. M I C R O W A V E. Microwave. Microwave means a short electromagnetic wave, used for radar and microwave ovens and for transmitting telephone, facsimile, video and data. Microwave generator. Restriction. R E S T R I C T I O N. Restriction. Restriction means a principle that limits the extent of something. I am willing to accept certain restrictions on my movements. Eavesdrop. E A V E S D R O P. Eavesdrop. Eavesdrop means listen without the speaker's knowledge. The jealous man was eavesdropping on his wife's conversations. Algorithm. A L G O R I T H M. Algorithm. Algorithm means a precise rule specifying how to solve some problem. Algorithms can be implemented by computer programs.
The importance of clean air. Since air is a necessary resource for every human being, clean air is a great way to keep a body healthy and happy. Although all of the air that a person is exposed to may not be able to be cleaned, the air inside a home or building can be regulated to ensure it is of top quality with air filters. Contaminated indoor air can contain many toxins such as dust, dirt and pollen. These contaminants can easily go undetected in indoor air, but can cause symptoms in people such as the outbreak of an allergic or asthmatic reaction. Even many people who don't feel that they suffer from a respiratory condition can feel the effects or symptoms from contaminated air such as sneezing, coughing or an irritated throat. Since chemicals, gases, odors and contaminants can easily become airborne and cause these symptoms, air filters are a great way to eliminate these toxins from the air before they can cause any harm. Indoor air is recirculated throughout a home or building with the HVAC system. If this air is contaminated with bacteria or other toxins, these contaminants have no way to escape. Because the home or building is generally sealed off with windows and doors. If an air filter is used to remove these particles, however, the cycle and circulation of these impurities is stopped dead in its tracks. Since only clean and toxin-free air is released from the air filters, this is the only type of air that is now in the home or building. There are many places that need the efficiency of air filters in order to keep their employees, or other people present safe and healthy. In some manufacturing plants, or other production companies, chemicals are used in the process of producing a product or good. The constant exposure to these chemicals can cause instant symptoms such as sneezing or coughing, and can sometimes lead to long-term side effects such as respiratory problems. In order to keep their employees and workers healthy, many of these employers have turned to air filters to remove these dangerous chemicals from the air. The air released from the air filters is cleaned of these chemicals or gaseous materials, and is completely safe for the workers to breathe in. Many offices and homeowners with children are also finding how important clean air can be to their health. With air filters removing and destroying many of the airborne bacteria and viruses that may circulate throughout an office building or a home, sickness and illness such as flus or colds are less present. Many office owners have found their employees no longer spread viruses from one person to another. Homeowners have also found that with the help of air filters, their children no longer pass colds and sicknesses to one another, causing the whole household to eventually catch the bug. With the use of air filters to remove these hazardous chemicals, bacteria, viruses, dust, dirt and pollen, the air that is left to breathe in is clean and free of particles. Clean air brings on good health and less sickness, which is worthwhile for homeowners, employers and office owners alike. Indoor air pollution and its effect on your health. Another EPA study stated that the toxic chemicals in household cleaners are 3 times more likely to cause cancer than outdoor air. The CMHC reports that houses today are so energy efficient that outgassing of chemicals has nowhere to go, so it builds up inside the home. We spend 90% of our time indoors, and 65% of our time at home. Mothers, infants, and the elderly spend 90% of their time in the home. The National Cancer Association released the results of a 15-year study concluding that women who work in the home are at a 54% higher risk of developing cancer than women who work outside the home. Cancer rates have almost doubled since 1960. Cancer is the #1 cause of death for children. There has been a 26% increase in breast cancer since 1982. Breast cancer is the #1 killer of women between the ages of 35 and 54. The primary suspects are laundry detergents, household cleaners, and pesticides. Bleach is being linked to the rising rates of breast cancer in women, reproductive problems in men, and learning and behavioral problems in children. Chemicals get into our body through inhalation, ingestion and absorption. We breathe 10 to 20,000 liters of air per day. There are more than 3 million poisonings every year. Household cleaners are the #1 cause of poisoning of children. Since 1980, asthma has increased by 600%. The Canadian Lung Association and Asthma Society of Canada identify common household cleaners and cosmetics as triggers. ADD/ADHD are epidemic in schools today. Behavioral problems have long been linked to exposure to toxic chemicals and molds. Use of Ritalin has skyrocketed since 1990. Chemical and environmental sensitivities are known to cause all types of headaches. Labeling laws do not protect the consumer, they protect big business. The New York Poison Control Center reports that 85% of product warning labels were either inadequate or incorrect for identifying a poison, and for first aid instructions. Formaldehyde, phenol, benzene, toluene, xylene are found in common household cleaners, cosmetics, beverages, fabrics and cigarette smoke. These chemicals are cancer-causing and toxic to the immune system. Chemicals are attracted to, and stored in fatty tissue. The brain is a prime target for these destructive organics, because of its high fat content and very rich blood supply. The National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health has found more than 2,500 chemicals in cosmetics that are toxic and cause tumors, reproductive complications, biological mutations, and skin and eye irritations, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, arthritis, lupus, multiple sclerosis, circulatory disorders, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, depression, and hormonal problems are diseases commonly related to chemical exposure. Pesticides only have to include active ingredients on the labels, even though the inert, inactive, ingredients may account for 99%, many of which are toxic and poisons. That's it. You have learned all of the articles. Now, you can move on to the vocabulary.
Toxic. T-O-X-I-C. Toxic. Toxic means of or relating to or caused by a toxin or poison. Suffering from exposure to toxic substances. Cancer. C-A-N-C-E-R. Cancer. Cancer means any malignant growth or tumor caused by abnormal and uncontrolled cell division. It may spread to other parts of the body through the lymphatic system, or the bloodstream. Smoking causes lung cancer. Outdoor. O-U-T-D-O-O-R. Outdoor. Outdoor means located, suited for, or taking place in the open air. A beautiful outdoor setting for the wedding. Outgassing. O-U-T-G-A-S-S-I-N-G. Outgassing. Outgassing means the release of a gas trapped, or frozen in some material. Eliminate outgassing and inboard diffusion. Inside. I-N-S-I-D-E. Inside. Inside means relating to or being on the side closer to the center, or within a defined space. He reached into his inside jacket pocket. Risk. R-I-S-K. Risk. Risk means a source of danger, a possibility of incurring loss, or misfortune. Drinking alcohol is a health risk. Suspect. S-U-S-P-E-C-T. Suspect. Suspect means something dishonest, or unpleasant. The primary suspects are laundry detergents, household cleaners, and pesticides. Detergent. D-E-T-E-R-G-E-N-T. Detergent. Detergent means a cleansing agent that differs from soap but can also emulsify oils and hold dirt in suspension. Be careful to rinse the detergent from these dishes. Pesticide. P-E-S-T-I-C-I-D-E. Pesticide. Pesticide means a chemical used to kill pests, as rodents or insects. He needs a pesticide that will kill corn borers. Inhalation. I-N-H-A-L-A-T-I-O-N. Inhalation. Inhalation means the act of inhaling. The drawing in of air, or other gases as in breathing. Inhalation of dust should be avoided. Ingestion. I-N-G-E-S-T-I-O-N. Ingestion. Ingestion means the process of taking food into the body through the mouth. Ingestion is the consumption of a substance by an organism. Poisoning. P-O-I-S-O-N-I-N-G. Poisoning. Poisoning means the physiological state produced by a poison, or other toxic substance. Death caused by carbon monoxide poisoning. Asthma. A-S-T-H-M-A. Asthma. Asthma means respiratory disorder characterized by wheezing, usually of allergic origin. Cure a person of asthma. Epidemic. E-P-I-D-E-M-I-C. Epidemic. Epidemic means a widespread outbreak of an infectious disease. Many people are infected at the same time. An influenza epidemic. Tumor. T-U-M-O-R. Tumor. Tumor means an abnormal new mass of tissue that serves no purpose. An animal's immune system against the tumor. Irritation. I-R-R-I-T-A-T-I-O-N. Irritation. Irritation means the psychological state of being irritated, or annoyed. Her voice was full of irritation. Fibromyalgia. F-I-B-R-O-M-Y-A-L-G-I-A. Fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia means a debilitating chronic syndrome characterized by diffuse pain, fatigue, and a wide range of other symptoms. There are over 100 different types of arthritis-related conditions including gout, fibromyalgia. Arthritis. A-R-T-H-R-I-T-I-S. Arthritis. Arthritis means inflammation of a joint or joints. Arthritis in his leg joints. Lupus. L-U-P-U-S. Lupus. Lupus means any of several forms of ulcerative skin disease. Lupus can affect many body parts. Multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis means a chronic progressive nervous disorder, involving loss of myelin sheath around certain nerve fibers. Multiple sclerosis is an unpredictable. Contaminated. C-O-N-T-A-M-I-N-A-T-E-D. Contaminated. Contaminated means rendered unwholesome by contaminants and pollution. Had to boil the contaminated water. Toxin. T-O-X-I-N. Toxin. Toxin means a poisonous substance produced during the metabolism and growth of certain microorganisms, and some higher plant and animal species. An antibody that can neutralize a specific toxin. Undetected. U-N-D-E-T-E-C-T-E-D. Undetected. Undetected means not perceived, or discerned. They feared some undetected trace of poison. Outbreak. O-U-T-B-R-E-A-K. Outbreak. Outbreak means a sudden violent spontaneous occurrence, usually of some undesirable condition. The outbreak of hostilities. Respiratory. R-E-S-P-I-R-A-T-O-R-Y. Respiratory. Respiratory means pertaining to respiration. Respiratory assistance. Airborne. A-I-R-B-O-R-N-E. Airborne. Airborne means moved or conveyed by, or through air. Airborne Detection System. Air filter. Air filter. Air filter means a filter that removes dust from the air that passes through it. The air filter should be cleaned. Harm. H-A-R-M. Harm. Harm means any physical damage to the body caused by violence, or accident or fracture. I really don't want to harm you, I want to help you. Escape. E-S-C-A-P-E. Escape. Escape means the act of escaping physically. He made his escape from the mental hospital. Impurity. I-M-P-U-R-I-T-Y. Impurity. Impurity means worthless or dangerous material that should be removed. There were impurities in the water. Circulate. C-I-R-C-U-L-A-T-E. Circulate. Circulate means become widely known and passed on. The story circulated around in the office. Spread. S-P-R-E-A-D. Spread. Spread means process or result of distributing, or extending over a wide expanse of space. Bad news is usually quickly spread.
What is Customer Relationship Management? CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. This is an integrated system of managing data, which is used to schedule, plan, and control both the post-sale and the pre-sale activities engaged in by a marketing agent or an organization. CRM's objective is to improve long-term profits and growth of a company. Call center activity, field support, indirect and direct sales, and marketing efforts are all covered by CRM. It is believed that CRM systems provide more accurate feedback and better focused data concerning the aforementioned areas. The first component of CRM that was ever made available was SFA, or Salesforce Automation. Automated field service, call center activity, and SFA were all running down parallel tracks during most of the 1990s, and late in the decade all of those began to merge with marketing plans to finally coalesce into CRM. So, CRM is actually not a technology and not something tangible at all. During the dot-com era, many people began to think of CRM as a technology in its own right. There are those who have implemented CRM technology just because they are technophiles, or think that any new technology can in and of itself increase their business profits. But CRM technology is not about that. Too many businesses start using CRM technology, without the slightest idea of how it is supposed to be used, or what the true CRM principles are. This is nothing other than putting the cart before the horse. CRM is supposed to reflect your methodology of doing sales, and marketing, and customer service, supported by data, and by the interpersonal relationship that you have with each individual customer that does business with you. CRM technology enables a frontline person, a sales or marketing agent or a customer service rep, to instantly access all of the most relevant and important data about a client when that client contacts you, and use that data to give a personalized, relevant, and up-to-date response to the client. CRM technology implementation lets you have smooth transitions between stages of a client's relationship with you, both in terms of projects and in terms of the client's own activity. At the same time, you keep very detailed and accurate notes about every contact with a client. Customer relationship management for a higher level of customer service. For businesses large and small, their profitability and success depends upon customer retention, customer relationship enhancements, and customer acquisition. This is often known as Customer Relationship Management, or CRM. CRM is the managing of all business and interactions with customers. The main purpose of customer relationship management is to allow businesses to better manage their customers through the introduction of reliable systems, processes, and procedures for interacting with those customers. A good CRM program helps the business acquire customers and service the customers. Good CRM also helps retain good customers, and identify which customers can be given a higher level of service. CRM is a complex mix of business processes, enterprise strategies, and information technologies, which are used to study customers' needs and behaviors to help businesses develop more substantial relationships with them, in order to get greater results. In the late 90s, customer relationship management mainly consisted of just an index file, an answering machine, and a telephone. Today, an advanced CRM system has evolved into an Excel spreadsheet and more. CRM systems normally consist of email, or snail mail, marketing campaigns, contact manager programs, sales tracking program, and multimedia contact center, or voicemail system. A successful CRM strategy doesn't just mean simply installing and integrating a software package. It also involves a wider approach, including modifying business processes based on the needs of customer, training of employees, adopting relevant IT systems and software, and IT services, that allows firms to track their CRM strategies. Good CRM software can help run an entire business, by allowing companies to maintain all customer records in one centralized location, that is accessible to the whole organization. Frontline officers have systems that are set up to collect data from the customers for processing at the data warehouse, where data is stored, orders are filled and tracked, and sales data analyzed. One of the most common causes for customer relationship management system failure is poor data quality, which can be easily avoided. CRM systems are as useful as the information it provides. The old saying "garbage in, garbage out" can be applied to CRM data quality. To ensure good CRM data quality, be sure to input the data accurately. Check data entries twice to minimize the possibility of duplication. If there is an error in the provided information, or if the information is not complete, then re-establish contact with the customer to recheck the data. Customers generally do not get annoyed at this. Instead, it makes them more appreciative of the extra customer service. Importance of CRM in small and mid-sized businesses. By and large, small and mid-sized businesses have the same technology needs, as well as the same ultimate goals, as big businesses have. The importance of customer relationship management, CRM, in small and mid-sized businesses might therefore appear to be the same also, and to some degree it is. However, it could be argued that CRM in a small to mid-sized company plays a more vital role in holding it all together than is the case in some large companies. Their IT departments may only have a few employees, and generally they don't have time to spare on the implementation of new software solutions. But in many cases their competitors are companies which are much larger. Their dependence on a good CRM can be a highly important factor in the day-to-day running of a small and mid-sized business. A small to mid-sized business deciding to install customer relationship management, CRM software, should look ahead to the future first. Their current needs may not stay the same, which is why they should purchase a CRM with big business thoughts. This ensures a seamless scalable capability when it is needed. However, while the CRM needs of small to mid-sized businesses may be similar to big businesses, their budgets are millions of dollars below that of the big boys. This means that the choice of a good CRM for a small to mid-sized business must be made carefully. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, few small and mid-size companies saw the need to invest heavily in CRM software. Now, with hindsight, we can see evidence that those who did invest in good CRM software have profited considerably as a result of their wise decisions. Part of the reason for this lies in the fact that when CRM software first saw the light of day in the mid-1990s, it was seen and marketed as solutions for large companies with huge, widely dispersed mobiles sales teams. Small to mid-size businesses, in many cases, saw no need for such sophisticated solutions to their relatively simple problems. Small to mid-size companies need to know who their customers are just as much as big companies do. They need to know the exact stage of any given sales process. They need to know their best prospects and leads. They need to know the strengths and weaknesses of each member of their mobile sales team, and they need to know all this, or any part of it, instantly. That's where the importance of CRM comes into its own. With a good CRM software program, such as the Gold Mine. That's it. You have learned all of the articles. Now, you can move on to the vocabulary.
Marketing means the commercial processes involved in promoting and selling and distributing a product or service. Marketing. Most companies have a manager in charge of marketing. Agent. Agent. Agent means a businessman who buys or sells for another in exchange for a commission. Activities engaged in by a marketing agent. Organization. 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 Organization means a group of people who work together. Provided by voluntary organizations. Profit. Profit. Profit means the excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time. Improve long-term profits and growth of a company. Aforementioned. Aforementioned. Aforementioned means being the one previously mentioned or spoken of. Works of all the aforementioned authors. Coalesce. Coalesce. Coalesce means mix together different elements. Marketing plans to finally coalesce into CRM. Tangible. Tangible. Tangible means perceptible by the senses, especially the sense of touch. Skin with a tangible roughness. Implement. Implement. Implement means apply in a manner consistent with its purpose, or design. Implement a procedure. Technophile. Technophile. Technophile means a person who is enthusiastic about new technology. They are technophiles. Principle. Principle. Principle means a basic generalization that is accepted as true and that can be used as a basis for reasoning or conduct. Their principles of composition characterized all their works. Methodology. Methodology. Methodology means the branch of philosophy that analyzes the principles and procedures of inquiry in a particular discipline. The methodology of genetic studies. Client. C-L-I-E-N-T, client. Client means someone who pays for goods or services. Important data about a client. Profitability. P-R-O-F-I-T-A-B-I-L-I-T-Y, profitability. Profitability means the quality of affording gain, or benefit, or profit. We do not achieve profitability. Enhancement. E-N-H-A-N-C-E-M-E-N-T, enhancement. Enhancement means an improvement that makes something more agreeable. The enhancement of the human condition. Acquisition. A-C-Q-U-I-S-I-T-I-O-N, acquisition. Acquisition means the act of contracting, or assuming, or acquiring possession of something. The acquisition of wealth. Procedure. P-R-O-C-E-D-U-R-E, procedure. Procedure means a particular course of action intended to achieve a result. The procedure of obtaining a driver's license. Evolve. E-V-O-L-V-E, evolve. Evolve means undergo development, or evolution. Modern man evolved a long time ago. Maintain. M-A-I-N-T-A-I-N, maintain. Maintain means keep in safety and protect from harm, decay, loss, or destruction. We maintain these archaeological findings. Centralized. C-E-N-T-R-A-L-I-Z-E-D, centralized. Centralized means drawn toward a center, or brought under the control of a central authority. Centralized control of emergency relief efforts. Failure. F-A-I-L-U-R-E, failure. Failure means an act that fails. Is failure to pass the test. Garbage. G-A-R-B-A-G-E, garbage. Garbage means a worthless message. The old saying garbage in, garbage out can be applied to CRM data quality. Duplication. D-U-P-L-I-C-A-T-I-O-N, duplication. Duplication means a copy that corresponds to an original exactly. He made a duplication for the files. Annoyed. A-N-N-O-Y-E-D, annoyed. Annoyed means aroused to impatience or anger. Feeling annoyed from the constant teasing. Appreciative. A-P-P-R-E-C-I-A-T-I-V-E, appreciative. Appreciative means feeling, or expressive of gratitude. Was appreciative of his efforts. Competitor. C-O-M-P-E-T-I-T-O-R, competitor. Competitor means the contestant you hope to defeat. He wanted to know what that competitor was doing. Scalable. S-C-A-L-A-B-L-E, scalable. Scalable means capable of being scaled. Possible to scale. The scalable slope of a mountain. Budget. B. U. D. G. E. T. Budget. Budget means a sum of money allocated for a particular purpose. The laboratory runs on a budget of $1 million a year. Sophisticated. S. O. P. H. I. S. T. I. C. A. T. E. D. Sophisticated. Sophisticated means having, or appealing to those having worldly knowledge and refinement. Sophisticated young socialites,